Bond Court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond Court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond Court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.
Can I have appearances from our new public defender?
Good morning, Your Honor. Marie Taylor on behalf of the Public Defender.
All right, thank you, Ms. Taylor. All right, good morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Mónica Romero.
Monica Romero.
All right. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You're here on the charge of battery, domestic violence. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find that there is probable cause. We will set the bond at $500.
Yo no le he pegado a nadie.
I have not hit anybody.
Okay. Like I said, the bond will be set at $500, and we're going to order you not to have any hostile contact with the victim in this case. I'm also going to order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol while this case is pending. If you have any questions, speak with your attorney, and best of luck, ma'am.
Yo quiero una orden de restricción contra él.
I do want to have an injunction against him.
Because he is, this problem is always, and he say me, okay, call the police and you go to the jail.
Ma'am, calm down just 1 second, okay? I understand you're upset. Take your time, slow it down. Right now, we're only addressing the charge that you're here on. If you want an injunction later on, you can always go to the courthouse and apply for one, okay? But I can't do anything with an injunction today, all right? So right now, just take a minute, process what's going on. If you have any questions, your lawyers will be available later, okay, to speak with you, all right? I set a bond so you can bond out and just follow the court order.
He no live with me.
Okay, great.
Oh, how what I do? He's in my house. He don't live with me. So, what I...
Well, speak in Spanish for the translator because I don't understand exactly what you're asking.
Okay. ¿A dónde tengo que ir? Si él está en mi casa, se me mete por atrás, me roba.
Where can I go if he is in my house? I mean, he breaks in through the back and he steals things from me.
Ma'am, if you think a crime's being done against you, all I can tell you is call the police. Okay?
¿Cómo voy a entrar yo ahora a mi casa? Si él está en mi casa.
How can I go back to my house if he's already in my house?
So,
Y tengo miedo de él.
And I'm afraid of him.
can the interpreter please tell her that when she is released from jail, she calls the non-emergency line of the sheriff's office. She can go back to her house with an escort so that nothing happens.
¿Y a él lo sacan de mi casa?
And then he will be removed from my house?
Wow.
Does he own the house? No, you probably got to go to court.
Sí. Y tengo
Ma'am, we can't address it today. I understand you're upset. Just call the sheriff's office, maybe talk to a lawyer. That's all I can tell you today, okay? We got to move on. I'm sorry, but I wish you the best of luck. All right? I understand.
No, no estoy molesta, estoy asustada. Tengo
Is that what I'm saying? I'm just scared because he threatens me that he's going to kill me.
Got to call the police, ma'am. That's all I can tell you, okay? Come on.
Llamé a la policía y la policía me tiene a mí aquí.
I called the police and the police brought me here.
Y no sé, le entregaron a mi hijo chiquito a una persona que usa drogas, me fuma, usa drogas.
Ma'am, there is nothing I can
And they turned over my youngest child to a person who uses drugs and smokes and everything in front of him.
nothing I can do today, okay? Gotta move on, all right? All right, Mr. Interpreter, that was our last Spanish case, okay?
Yes, sir. Does this one have a case number or?
Yes. I don't remember what it is, though.
It's T22 MM 656 AO.
656.
Yes.
And Your Honor, I don't have your name.
Michael Dean.
Dean?
Dean, D-E-E-N.
Dean. Okay, sorry.
Delta Echo Echo Nancy.
I got it, sir.
Okay?
Thank you. Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too. Have a great day.
Take care.
All right. Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Tashira Charles.
All right, Ms. Charles, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you. You're here on the charge of battery, domestic violence. Are we too early for the victims, or did nobody show up today? No victims today? Okay. You're here on the charge of battery, domestic violence. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. Was there any contact with the victim?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to set your bond at $500. You're not to have any hostile contact with the victim in this case, okay? I'm also going to order you not to possess any weapons or firearms. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Morning, can I have your name, please?
Good morning. Luis Cabrera.
Mr. Cabrera. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Yes,
You're here on the charge of battery.
sorry, what, battery? Oh, well.
Yes, sir. Give me
Okay,
one
yeah,
second.
of course. I
I reviewed
acknowledge.
the police affidavit. I will find probable cause. I'm going to stay the bond at $500. I'm going to order you not to have any contact with the victim in this case. Do you live with the alleged victim, sir?
What, is that, did you just ask me if I live with the victim?
Yep.
If so stated, yeah, it was a roommate. So, yeah, I do live with the victim, I guess.
Then I'm going to allow you to go back one time with the assistance of law enforcement to get any belongings. You're to maintain a separate residence. I'm also going to order in that case for you not to possess any weapons or firearms. You are also out on bond in case 2022 MM 648 for trespass in an occupied structure. Is it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. I know that. I know. Sorry, you were out on bond in case 2021 MM 571 AW for trespass in an occupied structure.
Yes, sir.
You were also out on bond for trespass on a property other than a structure of conveyance in case 2021. I'm sorry, you were released on your own recognizance in this case in 2021 MM 429 AW.
The case last summer?
So as to 2021 MM 571, we're going to set your bond at $200. We're going to revoke it from $250, and then as to case 2021 MM 429, we're going to set your bond at $250. Any previous conditions of release will remain in place from those cases. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep.
Morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Paul Thornton.
Mr. Thornton, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You're here, I believe, on a couple cases. First case, you're charged with 4 crimes. You're charged with battery, or, let's read this. domestic battery by strangulation, aggravated 2 counts of aggravated battery, great bodily harm, domestic violence, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You're brought in a warrant, so probable cause has already been found. I do think you're entitled to bond on these cases, even though they were set on none on the warrant, unless the state wants to make an argument as to why he's not entitled to bond.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Then I'm going to set the bonds as follows. As to all 4 counts, I'm going to set your bond at $2,500, so it'll be $2,500 to each count. The conditions of release on the warrant will stay in place, which is no contact with the victims, no return to the scene, and no possession of any weapons or firearms of any kind. You are also here in case 2018 CF 1998AO for a violation of probation, picking up this new law offense while you were out on probation. Your bond has been set at none in that case, and it will remain at none until you see the trial judge. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you. You want me to just throw these away, or you need these?
Your Honor, Craig is in the hospital.
Say that one more time.
Craig is in the hospital.
He's in the hospital?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Taylor, do you want to waive his appearance?
We can, Judge, or we could do a reset within 24 hours of return from the hospital.
He's in the hospital. I'll leave it up to you. What do you want to do?
I'd rather reset it then so he can hear his conditions of release.
Okay. Then we will reset Mr. Craig's case to tomorrow for being in the hospital. All right, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Jose Moreno.
All right. Mr. Moreno, you're here. Well, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. One second while I find what's going on. Here we go. You're here in case 2022 CF 1155 for 2 charges, kidnapping, false imprisonment, and battery. I have reviewed the police affidavit. I will find probable cause for those charges. As to count 1, your bond will be $5,000. As to count 2, your bond will be $1,000. You're not to have any contact with the victim in the police affidavit. Do you live with the alleged victim?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you live with the alleged victim?
No, sir. No, no, sir.
Do you have any items at that residence that you need,
No,
victim's residence that you need to go get? No?
No.
No?
She did not live with me, or that residence, that everything happened was my residence.
Yeah, but you don't have a TV, but you don't have anything at her house?
No,
that you need to go
not
get,
at all,
right?
sir, no.
Okay. And no contact with the victim, not to possess any weapons or firearms. You were also, out on bond in case 2021 MM286AA for resisting an officer without violence ×2 and criminal mischief. I'm going to revoke the bond on those cases. You're going to be held at no bond until you see the trial judge. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
All right, this paperwork.
But yes, if not, definitely the PD. I'm sure it was PD already. Okay, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Nieves Alfredo.
All right, Mr. Alfredo. I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent you. You're here on case 2022 CF 1163AO for the charge of aggravated assault with a weapon, domestic violence. You came in on an arrest warrant. So warrant has already been signed, or I mean probable cause has already been found. One second. Okay. As to that case, I'm going to set your bond at $15,000. I'm going to order you not to have any contact with the victim. Do you live with the alleged victim?
Huh?
Do you live with the alleged victim?
I don't, Your Honor.
All right. Then I'm also going to order you not to possess any weapons or firearms. As to case 2021 MM9309, you were out on bond for criminal mischief. Your bond was initially $500. I will find that this new offense occurred while you were out on bond. We will revoke the bond of $500 and we will set it at $2,500 with the original conditions of release to stay the same. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
Okay.
They'll help you with the percentage in the back.
All right, thank you.
Morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, Janelle Childs.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You're here on case 2022 MM650 for battery, domestic violence. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. Do you live with the alleged victim, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to order you not to have any hostile contact with the victim in that case. I'm going to order you not to possess any weapons or firearms. You do qualify for pretrial release. Does the state have an objection to pretrial release?
No objection, Your Honor.
Then we'll release you to straight pretrial release, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right, best of luck, ma'am. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Alsdorf is a refusal.
All right, Ms. Taylor, I'm going to probably address it no matter what, but do you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're here on case 2022 CF1143. Charge of grand theft motor vehicle. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. We'll set the bond at $2,500. He's not to, well, we won't do any other conditions of release on that case. He's also here in case 2021 CF, I'm sorry, she's here on case 2021 CF 13734AO for fraudulent use of personal identification information. Her bond was $2,500. We will revoke her bond. It will be at none until she sees the trial judge.
And her out on bond case has RCC, so I would not want PD appointed. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
President Keith Anderson, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, sir, I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent you. You're here on the charge of petty theft, second degree, 2 or more convictions. I don't know why it says second degree. I think it's just petty theft, a third degree felony, 2 or more convictions. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. I'm going to order you not to return to the scene, to have no contact with the victim, to not possess any drugs or alcohol. I'm going to set your bond at $500. If you have any questions, please talk to your attorney, and best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, can I have your name, sir?
Joseph Bear Jr.
All right, Mr. Berry, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Oh, thank You're here on a few cases. By a few, I mean several. Hold on 1 second. The first case you hear is on 2021 CF 13955. There was a capias issued for your arrest for failure to appear. So the bond on that case for your arrest is set at none, so it'll remain at none until you see the trial judge. In case 2018 CF 1252, you also had a capias for your arrest. The bond was set at none, and it will remain at none until you see the trial judge. In 2018 CF 3477, you also had a capias for your arrest on 4 counts. The bond will remain at none, and that's the bond amount on the capias. In case 2021 CF 12215AO, also had a capias. Your bond set at none on the capias, and will remain at none. In case 2018 CF 3750, you also had a capias, bonds at none on the capias, it'll remain none. In case 2022 CF 151153AO, you're here on possession of cannabis over 20 grams and possession of cannabis with intent to sell. I've reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. We'll set your bond as count 1 at $500. Your bond at count 2 is $500. I'll order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol in that case. And then there's one last one, right? Case 2021 MM. No, I think there might be another one. 2021 MM 4537AO. You were released on your own recognizance back in May. Then you picked up these new charges and failures to appear, so your bond will be none in that case. Then there's 2022 CF 709. That should be the last one, right? Okay. You came in on an arrest warrant on that case, so probable cause has already been found. The bonds were set at none, but I think you're probably entitled to a bond on that case, so I'll set your bond as to each count at $2,500. Order you not to have any contact with anybody under the age of 18, not to go within 500 feet of any public parks, and not to possess any drugs or alcohol. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
Judge, he's currently out on bond. Did he address it? He said, and he has reporting requirements.
He does.
You just have to state that he has to.
You have reporting requirements.
Excuse me?
You have reporting requirements.
What?
You have to report.
Okay.
With the sheriff's office.
Okay. I don't know what sheriff office. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where the sheriff office is at.
I'm sure there's plenty of people here that can help you with that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Those should be all the numbers. You're gonna have different lawyers for these, so they'll come talk to you about them. All right, you can go that way.
All right, sir, can I have your name, please?
Jesse Curtis Carnley.
Can I have someone looked up, please? Can I give you a number? Sean Brown. It's 22002276.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Mr. Carnley, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay? You're here because you picked up 3 charges: possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell, possession of cocaine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause exists as to those charges. As to count 1, I'll set your bond at $10,000. As to count 2, I'll set your bond at $150, and as to count 3, I'll set your bond at $100. Order you not to possess any drugs, alcohol, weapons, or firearms while you're out on bond. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
Your Honor, Mr. Conley's requesting a bond reduction. As to count 1, he can afford approximately $500, and the premium with the bondsman would exceed that. I see that he only has 1 FTA in his history.
Well, the bond was originally set at $15,000. I think I probably reduced it enough, so I'm going to deny the motion, okay? Morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Dawn Marie Dalhoff.
All right, Ms. Dolliff. Here in a couple cases, you were picked up on, in case 2022 CF1159 for possession of methamphetamine and possession of cocaine. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I have reviewed the affidavit. In that case, I will find probable cause. We're going to set your bond in that case. In those cases, we're going to stay your bonds in those cases at $1,000 and $150 respectively, as to count 1 and 2. I'm going to order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond. We're already released on your own recognizance in case 2021 CF13607 for possession of fentanyl. I'm going to give you a bond in that case of $500. All previous conditions of release are going to remain the same, okay?
Okay.
If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
Let you know, on that old case, they just filed. So look out for a court date, okay?
Just have to pay for it.
No, all 3. Mm-hmm.
Morning, sir. Can I have your name, please? Can I have your name, please?
Kenny Desravines.
All right. Thank you. All right. You were here because you were picked up on the charge of possession of cocaine with intent to sell. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause in that case. We will stay the bonds. It's currently at $15,000. You are out on bond. Well, in that case, I'm also going to order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond, or any weapons or firearms. That's the case 2022 CF 800 AO. You were out on bond for possession of cocaine with intent to sell, deliver, and possession of cocaine under 20 grams, and resisting an officer without violence. Your bond was $15,200 in that case. It will be revoked, and your bond will be at none. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
You revoked it on this case. So you picked the same 9 years later. Your Honor, or Madam Clerk, could we appoint the PD on the out on bond case, please? Thank you. So I'm going to let you.
Yeah, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender on the out of bond case.
Thank you. I'm going to let them know that you're in no bond.
I know that look.
That you need to make. Okay.
How long ago?
Maybe about a week. You're all set?
Your Honor,
Yes, ma'am.
we have a Doe, John
Yes.
Doe, he refused.
John Doe's case 2022 CF 11060. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Ms. Taylor, do you want to waive his appearance?
Yes, Judge.
He's here on the charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. I did review the affidavit. I will find probable cause. We'll set the bond. We'll stay the bond at $2,500. He's not to possess any weapons or firearms while on a bond, and he's not to have any contact with the victim.
Does corrections have a name?
No. No, we don't at the moment.
Huh. Yeah, it's just weird because we know his birth date and that he's a violent felony offender of special concern. Okay.
All right, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
My name is Prince Hall.
Before we get to Mr. Hall, can we look up Dondrea Flores?
You have a booking number for me?
2200-2262.
You bonded, Your Honor.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, Mr. Hall, you're here on a few cases, so bear with me here. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you on all of them, if they haven't been previously appointed. As to case 2021 CF 4152, you're here on a failure to appear. There was a capias issued for your arrest, and the bonds were set at none. They'll remain at none until you see the trial judge. In case 2022 CF 1157, you were picked up on the charges of resisting without violence and possession of cocaine. I have reviewed the affidavits in that case. I will find probable cause. We will stay your bonds as listed in the affidavit, which is $100 as to count 1 and $1,000 as to count 2. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or drugs or alcohol in that case when released not on bond. As to case 2022 MM657AO, you're here for a violation of a parks and facilities, being in a park and facility after closing hours. I found probable cause exists. For that charge, we'll set your bond at $50, order you not to return to that park. I think that's it. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
Yeah, I'll send him an email. Maybe the date. I'll let him know you're here. Yeah, that's when the missed court date was.
Your Honor, Kirksey is mental health.
Okay, Ms. Taylor, you want to waive his appearance?
Sorry, 1 sec. Yes, I will.
All right, this is case 2022 CF 1144. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Appearance has been waived. I'm going to, I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. We'll set the bond as to count 1 at $5,000. As to the remaining counts, we'll set it at $100. He's not to possess any weapons or firearms while out on bond. Morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
I'm Colt Robert James Kepke, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay? You're here because you were picked up on a warrant for fleeing and eluding and driving while license suspended. Bond has been set at $5,000 as to count 1 and $1,000 as to count 2 for a total of $6,000. You're also, the condition of release on the warrant, shall not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. If you have any questions, ask your lawyer.
Mostly, is there any way to conjoin this with a previous case that happened with a head-on collision, where I stopped and waited for the what is it,
That's a question, that's 100% a question for your lawyer, sir.
highway patrol people. I waited for them for 6 hours, knowing that I didn't have a license for.
I don't, what, you're not?
I was asking a question, just a simple, my bad. No, sir, there's nothing about the previous case. I apologize for the inconvenience.
You're okay. We're just here for that criminal case they got picked up on. Any other legal issues, you got to talk with the lawyer about, okay?
Yes, sir. I thank you.
I can't give you legal advice, unfortunately. But best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Madison refused.
Michael Madison, case 2022 CF 1152. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Ms. Taylor, do you agree to waive his appearance?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. He's here on destruction of evidence. I will find probable cause. Set his bond at $500. He's not to possess any drugs or alcohol while out on bond.
We have Martin as bonded.
Carl Martin?
Yes, Carl Martin.
You want to keep it going?
Lindsay Minor, refuse.
Okay. I thought you were going to give me another bond. All right. Okay, we'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. This is Lindsay Hope Minor, case 2022 CF 1156. Looks like a couple cases. As to 1156, she's here on the charges of possession of controlled substance without a prescription and drug paraphernalia. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause. We'll set the bonds as to count 1 at $500 and as to count 2, $250. She's not to possess any drugs or alcohol while out on bond in that case. She's also here on case 2022 CT 119AA for driving while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. I have reviewed the affidavit in that case. I will find probable cause. We'll stay the bond at $500. We'll also order that she is not to possess any drugs or alcohol in that case as well. Morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Terrell Timmons.
Okay, Mr. Timmons. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You're here in case 2022 CF 1150 for possession of a weapon or firearm by a convicted delinquent and carrying a concealed firearm. I have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause exists in that case. As to that case, your bonds, I'll stay your bonds as to $5,000 as to count 1 and $150 as to count 2. You're not to possess any firearms or weapons of any kind while out on bond in that case. You were out on bond previously in case 2021 CF 6570AO for carrying a concealed firearm. I think the Public Defender's Office was previously appointed to that case. Your bond was $2,500. That bond will be revoked and it'll be set at none. If you have any questions, please talk to your attorney and best of luck to you. Yes. Hi, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
First name is Tung, last name Vo.
All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay? Ms. Taylor, do you want me to waive reading of the charges? Or do you waive reading of the charges, or you want me to say it?
You can go ahead, Judge.
All right, Mr. Bowe, you're here on the charge of sexual act with a 16 or 17-year-old. You came in on a warrant. The bond set the bond at 0. I believe that is a second-degree felony. But I think he's entitled to bond. State, do you want to make an argument that he's not entitled to bond?
Your Honor, the only argument we would make is that since it came in on a capias with no bond, Your Honor would leave it at that.
Well, there's a slight difference between a warrant and a capias, and it came in on a warrant.
On a warrant, okay.
If it's a capias, I don't think I could change it.
Well, we'll leave it at the court's discretion, Your Honor, and
I think he's entitled to a bond. I don't suppose Ms. Taylor wants to tell me that he's not.
I think he is too, Judge. My recollection is it's an F2. I'm double checking the statute.
It's an F1, Your Honor.
think it's definitely not a PBL though, so I think he's still entitled to a bond even if it is an F1.
79405.
It looks like under this case, Your Honor, it was filed back on November 1st, and the filed charges are 794.011 subsection 8B.
Wait, it was filed on?
I believe so, Your Honor. This case that he was,
Information, that's what you're telling me?
that he's on probation?
I'm not talking about any case he's on probation for. Am I?
No, he said that there is an information.
So we're discussing case number 21 CF 12886 AO, correct?
Warrant.
And on that warrant, it looks like that case has been filed on, and the filed charges is an F1, and the charges is 794. I'm sorry, Your Honor, the statute that he's being charged on, it's 794.011 subsection 8B, and that's an F2.
F2?
An F1, Your Honor, I apologize.
So it looks like the state did file an information. They charged it under familial custodial authority, which does make it a PBL. I would still be asking for the court to use its discretion in setting a bond. I think the case law is split as to whether you can hold him no bond before proof evident presumption great finding is made.
Well, then we're going to leave it at no bond until you get in front of the trial judge, sir. I could do an Arthur hearing today, but then you'd be stuck with whatever I did. And again, probable cause has already been found, so I haven't read it. But if I found proof of presumption, great. Your attorneys couldn't basically be stuck with that ruling, and you may be stuck in jail until the case gets called up. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to leave it at none. Talk to your attorney, have him set it for a bond hearing, or the state will set it for an Arthur hearing. And they'll determine whether or not you're going to stay at no bond or if you're entitled to a bond or not, okay?
So already, number down.
While that's going on, I'm going to order you not to have no contact with the victim as well. And if you have any questions, talk to your lawyer. Best luck to you.
Thank you. You're right.
Oh, sorry, there was another condition on here as well. No contact with anyone under the age of 18. Sorry. Morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Gilbert Fernandez Diaz.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Fernandez Diaz, you are here on two cases. The first case is 2021 MO 311AO for a failure to appear. A capias was issued for your arrest, and the bonds were set at $500 as to each count. So they will remain those counts. You're also here in case 2021 CT 694, I apologize, also for failure to appear. There was a capias issued for your arrest. Your bond was set at $500 in that case as well. Any other condition, it'll remain at $500. Any conditions of release that were previously in place will stay in place. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
Madam Corrections, does he have a hold for Seminole?
Yes, he does.
Is there a bond on it, can you tell?
$500.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You gotta do. Keep an eye out for the court date. Yep, that way.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, Pamela Sears.
Okay, thank you. All right, ma'am, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You're here on two cases. The first case is 2021 353. You were picked up on a KPS for failure to appear. The judge set your bond at $1,000, and it's going to stay at $1,000 until you see the trial judge. As the case 2022 649, you were picked up for trespass on property after warning.
That hatheist, my code is 109611. You might have had somebody else in a duplication, or maybe a dummy. Because I was only picked up on misdemeanor trespass. There might have been somebody else because they didn't have an ID. I had an ID. Downstairs there was a little confrontation.
Well, there's a KPS with your name and date of birth and everything on it for failure to appear. It was a petty theft conviction.
Petty theft? I don't have a petty theft.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a mistake there. I'm only here on misdemeanor trespass.
Well, your bond's still $1,000 on the case you don't think
on a misdemeanor trespass?
Ma'am, hold on.
Okay.
Just to trespass, your bond, it'll be stayed at $500.
Okay, thank you.
You're not to return to the scene. You're also not to possess any drugs or alcohol.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
Any questions, ask your attorney.
All right.
You're all set.
That's the 1,000 on the other one. Good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
My name is Johnny Honorado.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, it looks like you were picked up on 2022 CT 118A for driving while license suspended. I will find probable cause for that offense. We will set your bond, stay at $500. We'll order you not to drive without a valid driver's license if released out on bond on that case. And then you're also here on two other cases. Case 2020 CT 3798, which I guess you're in pretrial diversion for on the charge of DUI. Your bond was $500 in that case. We're going to revoke the $500. We're going to set it at $1,000 as to that case. Order you not and keep in place any conditions of release that were placed in that case. You're also here on case 2020 CF 7339 for the charges of bribery and possession of cocaine. Your bond amounts in that case were $1,000 as to each charge. Those bond amounts will be modified and increased to $2,500 as to each charge. Yeah, 2 counts. Bribery and possession of cocaine. And any conditions of release in that case will remain the same. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
Sean, thank you.
Morning, can I have your name, please?
Morning, sir. My name is Ezequiel Rolluda Mamarel, sir.
All right, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay? All right. Looks like you were picked up in case 2022 CT 179W for DUI. have reviewed the affidavit. I will find probable cause exists. We'll stay your bond at $500. I'm going to order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you, sir.
I'll give you phone numbers in the back. You're all set.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your name, please?
Zakia Armani Pickard.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You were picked up on a failure to appear in case 2017 CT 289AE. Looks like the original offense was a DUI. There was a capias issued for your arrest, setting the bond at none, so it's going to remain at none until you see the trial judge. If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. All right, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Michael Cow. Morning.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to appoint the Office of Public Defender to represent you. She's standing right next to you, okay? You're here on case 2022 MM 652 for the charges of trespass on property after warning, disorderly conduct at a public establishment, and resisting an officer without violence. Do we know if he has any criminal history?
He doesn't, Your Honor.
He does not?
No.
Okay, does the state want to make an offer to resolve the case today, or do you want me to leave it on the, or to go in front of a trial judge?
Because he doesn't have any criminal history, he may qualify for PTD in the future, so the state's not gonna make an offer today based on that.
Okay. Then we're gonna set your bonds at, we'll stay your bonds at $500 as to count one, $100 as to count two, $100 as to count three. If I hadn't said so already, I will find probable cause. And I'm gonna order you not to return to the scene of the crime as listed in the police report. I'm also going to order you not to possess any drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond, okay? If you have any questions, talk to your lawyer, and have a great day, or best of luck to you.
Judge, I'm sorry, I missed count one, the number.
500.
Thank you.
Your Honor, Romick was a bond. Horn was also a bond.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Thomas McRae.
All right, Mr. McGrady, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant. Looks like it's out of Pinellas. So there'll be a hold on you. I think it takes probably 24 to 48 hours to get transferred over there. So is it longer than that?
72 hours.
72 hours. Okay, for you to get transferred, so you'll be staying here until you're transferred over to Pinellas, okay? Do you have any questions? Hold on. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. It looks like it's for a failure to appear.
I gotta serve more time in Pinellas County?
You have a warrant out of Pinellas County for your arrest.
Yeah, for the same arrest I'm here for.
Right. I don't know what that means.
Actually, I'm saying I'm here for the same thing.
Well,
I was here, you know what I'm saying? Wait, the thing I want, the thing,
You failed to appear in Pinellas for trespass.
yes, wait, this is in St. Petersburg. This is not in Pinellas County.
That is
That's the same thing.
No. Pinellas and St. Petersburg are two different cities, sir.
Sir, all I can tell you is you got a court order that says you got to go back to Pinellas, and you'll be staying here until it happens, okay? If you have any
All right,
questions,
so I
talk to
say
your
it's
lawyer.
3 days,
Lucky, I
right?
got to keep moving.
3 days? All right, don't pinch me, okay? That's all I ask, all right? All right. I can walk. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Justin Adam Rose.
All right, Mr. Rose. Same deal with you. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Looks like you're here on an out-of-county warrant out of Seminole County. Is that shorter, or is it still 72 hours?
24 hours.
24 hours? Okay. So you should be transported to Seminole County within 24 hours, and you'll see a judge over there, okay?
Okay. I had a question. I didn't know why they put a warrant out on me.
Looks like it's a DUI charge. Sometimes it's hard for me to read these, so hold on.
Is there any way because all my stuff's in a hotel room.
Looks like a violation of probation while you're out on DUI. That's what they're alleging. I think. That's the best I can make of it. That's the best I got for you right now. But you'll go in front of a judge in there. They should have more information for you, okay? All right, good morning, sir. Can I have your name, please?
Charlotte Thomas.
All right, Mr. Thomas, you're here on an out-of-county warrant. It looks like out of Hernando County for domestic battery. So that's probably 72 hours, right? So you'll probably, it's probably going to take up to 72 hours for you to get transported to Hernando County, and then you're going to go in front of a judge in Hernando, okay? If I haven't said so for today's hearing, we'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. If you have any questions, ask your lawyer, and best of luck to you. Thank you.
Your Honor, Thompson was bonded. He's a bond.
And that should be it. Are we missing any cases?
No, Your Honor.
No? That's before noon, everybody, so good job. All right, we'll go off the record.
Bond Court is a free service, but it takes several hours of my time every day. Less than 10% of Bond Court viewers hit the like button, and less than 1% leave a comment. If you want Bond Court to continue to be available on YouTube for free, then please hit the like button and leave a comment on all of my videos.